training. We're still under recruitment, selection, and training. We're already done with recruitment, which is the act of the process of employing new workers to a vacant position. Selection also goes with recruitment. Selection would, we have different process of selecting workers. The applicants will drop an application. It has to go through different scrutiny. The interview will take place through the interviewer. Then the final selection will be done to fill the vacant position. So today we're going to talk about training itself. As soon as the workers are employed, what is next to be done? That is what we need to talk about today. So training. Training will allow workers to be more effective. It reduces that gap of unknown. Those things that they don't know, training would allow them to know it. So training, this is the process of increasing the skills and knowledge of workers to become more efficient. So with training, workers, they have skills. They have their own skills, they have their knowledge. But with training, it adds up to their skills, it adds up to their knowledge. That means they don't have total, absolute improvements in terms of skills and knowledge. So this allows them to become more efficient. So that's about that. So why do we go into training? What are the objectives of training? Number one, to make workers more productive by teaching them better and effective ways of doing things. Workers will be more productive, not just to produce, but to be able to produce what is required of them. So with training, they become better, and whatever they have to produce becomes better. Two, give workers the skills needed to use latest technology. This goes with induction. So most of the time, there's always change in the society, especially technological advancement. Due to technological advancement, so definitely workers will be exposed to different methods, different use of technology. So they need to be trained in the course of using it. So with training, it allows them to know how to use the latest technology. The third one, educating workers the new production method. Businesses will try to come up with different production methods that will aid their productivity, that will reduce their cost of production. So to do this, they will need to find suitable method of production that will suit into their plan, to their budget. So to do this, they need to train their workers towards understanding the kind of method they want to use. The fourth one, to improve standards of work to reflect the quality of output. With training, because you have, as a worker, because you have added more knowledge, you have added more skills. So whatever you have to produce, whatever you have to bring out becomes quality, because most of the time, quality is what is being expected of us from our customers. So to be able to deliver quality service, or to be able to deliver or to produce quality products, workers need to be trained. So training is an objective which has to be met, through which workers will be more productive, and they can also improve the quality of their output. Then the last one, to increase job satisfaction and motivation. We require just job satisfaction. Here we're talking about workers being happy doing their job. So what will make workers to be happy? What will make employees to be happy? When they are being trained. Because when they are being trained, it means the company, it means the business is thinking about them in the long term. Because training is expensive. No businesses or no company would want to train an employee that is not seeing the employee in the future. So we would have to invest in training our employees, because we see them going forward. So if workers are being trained, if employees are being trained, employees will see themselves as valuable to the organization in the future. So this allows them to be, this means that the company is putting them in mind. It means that the company is planning the future of them, so they will be satisfied. And that will make them to be happy. And being happy, they become motivated. And what will motivation do? Motivation will bring out the best in them. So with training, they are motivated, and because they are motivated, they will be able to give out their optimum. Then we have three types of training. We have induction, we have on-the-job training, and we have off-the-job training. What is induction? Induction is a kind of training for people starting a new job. So when we talk about induction, we're talking about a training because an individual or an employee is new system works. So that means that he needs to go or she needs to go through induction. The second one is on-the-job training. When we talk about on-the-job training, I wrote, this is the kind of training which is carried out within the premises of the business by senior staff or supervisors. So here, when we talk about on-the-job training, this training takes place within the business, within the premises of the business, in the business itself, in the company. So who are those that carry out such training? It could be done through co-workers, it could be done through senior supervisors or managers. So look at the different methods of on-the-job training we have. One, learning from other workers. The company may attach a worker to another worker who is vast to put the former through new skills. So it could be through learning from other workers. So the business or the company would attach you to a vast experienced worker, which you just have to sit side by side with, if you have to sit side by side with to put you through the working method, then you can do it on your own. Two, mentoring. When we talk about mentoring here, you're going to have a co-worker who is experienced, then he's going to advise and help you out before you get used to the system. So look at what I wrote here. These are those where an experienced worker offer advice and help an inexperienced worker. Here, an experienced worker, that means that worker who is in the organization, who has spent so much time, so many years in the organization. He has experience. He knows more about the business. He knows more about the operations. He's going to only advise you and help you whenever you have issues. That is still on-the-job training. Then we have job rotation. When we talk about job rotation, here you'll be taken from one department to another. You learn from different departments within the organization. That is job rotation. So the worker will be moved from one department to another. Done. Then we have graduate training. When we talk about graduate training, here the university, you're going to acquire a certificate. Yes, the certificate is from the university. But the working environment is a different ball game. The working environment is a different situation. So the labor market is different. The university will help you with the flexibility to understand the labor market. That is what the university is for. And it's also going to be like the pipeline through which you'll be able to be in the labor market. Without your certificate in the university, you might not be able to get a job. So for you to work in that organization, you need a certificate, and that is the job of the certificate. But as soon as that is done, you need a proper training. So training here, it could be through graduate training. So you become a graduate trainee. What does that imply? Companies will come up with different professional programs, professional training that a graduate student, or a student that just finished from the university or from the institution, from any higher institution, would go through that training to become a professional before you could get a job. That is graduate training. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of on-the-job training? On-the-job training. So we start with the advantages of on-the-job training. One, it is a cheaper method of training, unlike other training programs. On-the-job is cheap because businesses will not spend so much like when it comes to off-the-job training. Two, production is not interrupted because you are within the business, you are in the premises of the business. Production is not interrupted. That means you can still be at work and produce. You can still be training and still produce some output. The third one can be easily organized. It doesn't take time to organize such training because it's within the premises of the organization. Then the fourth one, it is relevant to the job. It is relevant to the job because whatever you are being trained for is what you will do in the organization. So what are the problems about on-the-job training? Number one, output may be lost if workers make mistakes. In the course of being trained, the trainee might make mistake. And if the trainee makes a mistake, then it means that they have to start again. It means they have to start over. They have to rework what has been produced because they cannot give a product that is not a product that does not meet the expectation of customer to customer. So it means they have to start again over and over. So that is output loss. Two, It could be dangerous for others. When you are being trained in the on-the-job training, it might be dangerous because you might be putting other people's life at risk. It's just like when you have a newly trained person who is not fast, who is not still experienced, to take the delivery of a newborn baby. It will be difficult because he or she doesn't have that experience. So it might hurt or take the life of someone else. So that's why I said it is dangerous for others. The third one, trainer may pass bad attitude to trainee. Here, the trainers, they might, when you are being trained in the job, you might have your own undoings, and because they are undoings, they are not supposed to be, they are not ideal to the organization. Your work practice, your work ethics, you are not using it the way it should be used. So you could pass a bad habit, a bad attitude to the trainee. So because whoever you are training watches what you do, and it's because of watching what you do, if there are some things that you are doing that is